Hello students, this is the next lecture. In the previous lectures we discussed about computer software and hardware. This is in continuation with the previous lectures. In the previous lecture we discussed about the system software and system utilities, various utilities we discussed about them. In this we are talking about the second category of computer software, that is application software. The most often seen software by a user is the application softwares. Why we are talking about application softwares? Because in the system software we were doing those functions which are required for a computer to run. For working of a system, those systems are loaded in the computer. Now if you want to perform a specific task, in such a situations you have to do upload your application software. It is used to accomplish specific tasks, so this is very important point here. It is for accomplishing specific task rather than just managing the computer system. This is the function of system software. Here we are talking about a specific task that a user wants to do. For a user, the computer system has no specific use without the application software. So suppose you wants to work on a Microsoft Word, but if there is no OS, then also it has no meaning. If you are working on a your MS Office, so you there needs to be an OS has to be installed. So both have are interlinked with each other. So computer has no specific use. Means if you are doing any specific work on a computer, then only your software will be required. Otherwise the computer has no meaning. It is simply running. For doing specific tasks, the application software is required. Application software may consist of single program like a Microsoft Notepad for writing and editing simple text, or collection of program which together to accomplish a task such as database management software. Suppose you want to manage your database, so in that case you want DBS software, DBMS software. Application software may also include a larger collection of related but independent programs or packages, or you can say a software suite which have common user interface or shared data formats such as MS Office suite. So application software ranges from games, calculators, word processor, document creating programs to program that print images on screen. So application software includes the games, the calculators, word processors, image editors. All these are performing specific tasks. So in this case, the application software will be required. It represents the real world tasks. Now, application software is dependent on system software. This I told in the previous slide, like if you are working on if you want to work on MS Office, how will you work if there is no operating system? So system software is required to work on application software. So the system software like OS acts as an interface between the user and the computer hardware, while application software performs a specific task. Now system software क्या करता है? System software is acting as an interface between, एक इंटरफेस है यूजर और हार्डवेयर के बीच में टू कम्युनिकेट लाइक हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू परफॉर्म द एप्लीकेशन टास्क. एप्लीकेशन सॉफ्टवेयर क्या करते हैं? हमारे स्पेसिफिक टास्क परफॉर्म करते हैं, बट with the help of system software. Why? Because it is acting as an interface between the computer hardware and the user. Application software is controlled by system software. तो application system को control कौन करता है? System software. And how it is manages? Because in hardware, application system is software is controlled by a system software which manages hardware devices and performs background tasks for them. तो क्या करता है ये? इसको कंट्रोल करता है सिस्टम सॉफ्टवेयर, जो मैनेज करता है हमारे हार्डवेयर डिवाइसेस और जो बाकी के जो बैकग्राउंड प्रोसेसेस रिक्वायर्ड हैं एप्लीकेशन सॉफ्टवेयर को रन करने के लिए. तो एप्लीकेशन सॉफ्टवेयर को रन करने के लिए सिस्टम सॉफ्टवेयर की रिक्वायरमेंट है, बिकॉज सिस्टम सॉफ्टवेयर जो है वो एक्ट कर रहा है इंटरफेस बिटवीन द यूजर एंड द हार्डवेयर. Now the distinction between the two is very important. Without system software, the computer will not run. ठीक है। विदाउट सिस्टम सॉफ्टवेयर नहीं होगा तो कंप्यूटर नहीं चलेगा। Without application software, the computer, no matter how powerful, will not be help in meeting the user requirement. अगर एप्लीकेशन सॉफ्टवेयर नहीं है तो जो यूजर की रिक्वायरमेंट है वो फुलफिल नहीं कर सकता। सो द डिस्टिंक्शन बिटवीन इज कंप्यूटर को रन कराने के लिए सिस्टम सॉफ्टवेयर इज रिक्वायर्ड, वेर एज अगर हमें कुछ यूजर की रिक्वायरमेंट फुलफिल करनी है देन वी नीड एप्लीकेशन सॉफ्टवेयर। सो सिस्टम सॉफ्टवेयर एंड एप्लीकेशन सॉफ्टवेयर विल गो टुगेदर. Now we will be seeing the different application software. So the most popular one, or you can say सबसे ज़्यादा popular जो है वो है word processor. A word processor is a software used to compose, format, edit and print electronic documents. It involves not only typing but also checking the spellings, grammar of the text and arranging it correctly on the page. तो क्या करता है, it allow us to compose, means हम लिख सकते हैं, फॉर्मेट कर सकते हैं, उसको लेफ्ट लाइन करना है, राइट लाइन करना है, मीडियर करना है, प्लेन करना है, एडिट करना है, या इफ यू वांट टू गो फॉर प्रिंटिंग दैट डॉक्यूमेंट. So it not only allow you typing but also checking, spelling checking is also there. If there is a spelling mistake is there, then red line will be there. Now another thing that allows it includes pictures, graphs, charts and many other things within the text of the document. You can insert various pictures, what are the various graphs and the charts you can enter into the document. It also allows you for changes in the margins, fronts and the color. You can put different margins, different fonts and different colors you can put in that document. Now the spreadsheet. A spreadsheet application is a rectangular grid which allows text, numbers and complex functions to be entered into a matrix of thousands of individual cells. So the spreadsheet contains the cells of each, which may contains text or the numbers. Cells may also contains equation that calculate the results from the data and placed in other cell or a series of cells. So the first we studied about the processor, second is the spreadsheets which allow you to compile the data of a number of students together. A simple example might be a column of numbers total in a single cell containing the equation relating to that column. If you want to make a sum of the marks obtained by 15 students of BBA first year, so in that case you will enter the marks of all the 15 students and the last column will be giving the total, and then you can do the average of, so that you are able to know that what is the average marks that the students are getting in this batch. Now we talked about word processor, then we talked about spreadsheets. The next we are talking about image editors. Now image editor programs are designed specifically for creating, editing and manipulating images. Here we are talking about image editings. In the previous one we are talking about word, inserting pictures, but nothing about the editing of pictures. The graphic program provide a various of special features for creating and altering images. With image editing software, one can darken, light. You can increase the brightness. You can rotate it. You can crop, and you can put the color contrast, and you can crop out the detail which is not required in your pictures. So this is all about image editors. Now the database management system or DBMS system. So DBMS system is a collection of computer program that allows storage, modification and extraction of information from a database. So the software we are talking about is the database management software or DBMS. We can tell is short is, we can say database stands for DB and management MS. So DBMS is a short form of database management system. So what we are doing here is it allows you to storage, modification and extraction of information from a database. If you want to extract, because database is very big, it is a huge amount of data. So what we are doing is we are storing, modificating and extracting means we are retrieving information, we are searching for any information, but that will be done in a very efficient way. It will not take time. This process will be done in a very short period of time. So it supports the structuring of database in a standard format and provide tools for data input like verification, storage, retrieval, query, and manipulation. There are many application software which comes under the database management system like FoxPro, MS Access, and Oracle are the software that are useful in doing the activities of storage, modification, and extraction of information from the database. Then coming to the presentation application, you must have worked on PowerPoint. This is the most popular example of presentation applications. Presentation software allows users to create presentation by producing slides and handouts. I am also doing the same. I am taking the lecture from the presentations only. So such computer programs allows you to create a variety of visually appealing electronic slides for presentation. You can put various pictures or you can put various tables and other things in the PowerPoint, and you can explain very easily. Suppose you want to show the pictures of various generations or the technology that has been used in various generation of computers, you can place them in a PowerPoint and you can clearly differentiate, or you can make a table of that. So it will be easier for others to understand it. Then another software is desktop publishing software. The term desktop is usually used to describe the creation of printed documents using a desktop computer. It is a technique of using a personal computer to design images and pages, assemble type and graphics, and then using a laser printer or image setter to output the assembled pages onto a paper, film, or a printing plate. So it is used for creating magazine, books, newsletters, or so on. Such software assists in creating sophisticated documents, including complicated page design, detailed illustrations, and camera-ready typefaces. So these are the documents that will be helpful in creating the pages, and it will be helpful in taking the printouts of the pages. Suppose you have created anything in a Word and you want to take a printout of those pages. So desktop publishing software will be helpful in the same. It will help you to take the printout, and printout you can take with the help of a laser printer or any other printer that will be attached to your computer. Now, these are the examples of publishing software like Quark Express or Adobe PageMaker. You can make various changes using the Adobe PageMaker, and you can publish the papers after the you have done the editing in that particular paper. Now, these are the certain things which you should know, like software piracy. Software counterfeiting means producing fake copies of software and making look authentic. Means counterfeiting means you are making the exact copy of the software and you are making it like it is the real one. This involves providing a packaging box, CDs, floppies, manual, all designed to look like the original products. So it is not the original copy, but it is a fake copy, but it looks like it is the original one. Then internet downloading. It is the fastest growing form of piracy. With the growing number of users online, with rapidly increasing connection speed, the exchange of software on the internet has attracted an extension following. So what happening here is in internet, the number of videos, or you can say the movies, are also copied. Pirated movies, pirated softwares are available, so you can download them from there. Software piracy is unauthorized copying and organization internally developed software or illegal duplication of commercially available software. So software piracy is not a good thing. It is unauthorized copying. It is not authorized. Piracy is simply copying an organization internally developed software, and it is illegal. It is not legal. They can sue on you if you are using their software, or you are making a fake copy of the software. Another term that is required or important here is soft loading. It is also known as soft lifting. Means sharing a program with someone who is not authorized or by the license agreement to use. Suppose I am not authorized to give you the other software. Suppose the ABC software I have the access, but you don't have the access. So in that case, I gave you that software and allowed you to use it. So this is wrong. This is soft loading or soft lifting. A common form of soft loading involves purchasing a single licensed copy of software and then loading the software onto several computers. Suppose I paid the money of 5,000 for a particular software and I installed in my computer. Then what I did, I gave the copy to different friends of mine. So this is not correct. This is wrong. For example, sharing software with friends, co-workers and other, this is a wrong thing. This comes under soft loading. These are the terminologies that are associated with software. Public domain software. Public domain software refers to any program that is not copyrighted. This software is free and can be used without any restrictions. That is, the user can copy, distribute, even modify the software without obtaining permission from the software developer. In the previous, we are talking about those software which are copyrighted, but there are certain software which are available and open for all. Public domain software means it is open for all the public. So the restrictions is not there. This is completely legal. Here you can distribute such type of software without any restrictions, and you can modify also, and you don't need any permission from the software developer too. Now, freeware. The freeware is commonly used for copyrighted software that is given free by its owner. Though it is available for free, the owner retains the right, which means the user don't have the right to modify anything in the software. Thus, freeware software permits the redistribution but not modification. Freeware, here everything was free and you can do the modification, but here the freeware means copyrighted software. It is given in free, but here redistribution is there, means you can, here redistribution is there, you can do the redistribution, but modification is not allowed. Okay, means redistribution you can do, but modification is not allowed. Here you can do both, you can distribute also, you can modify also. See, here both the things are allowed, but here only redistributions is there, but modifications are not allowed. Firmware is a program or data that is written on onto read-only memory. We have discussed about read-only memory. Firmware क्या होता है? वो data जो read-only memory में लिखा जाता है. ठीक है? For example, the BIOS, which is installed inside a computer on a chip, check different parts of system before loading the operating system into the memory. BIOS, I have discussed, basic input and output system. It is installed into a computer on a chip and checks different parts of a system are working before loading this operating system. Being firmware, it ensures that it will be available and will not be damaged in case of power failure. RAM, ROMs and EEPROMs have data program recorded them on our freeware. Sorry, firmware. So ROMs, PROMs, EPROMs, this we have already discussed. Here I told that the data are recordable previously, and in some certain cases we can erase them too. So the programs that are written in them are firmware. So this is all about the chapter 1 or unit 1. So we are ending up here. We discussed about all the topics. In this lecture, we discussed about the application software, and we discussed about certain terminologies related to software. So in the next lecture, we will be having an assessment test. So be ready for that. All the best. Thank you.